Rumble Equalizer not doing much, gets a bit of space for Chris. Pace starting to step up. Ulti coming in from Chovy. Hostile takeover big. Light immediately gonna cleanse, though doesn't want to give too much. Pace trying to get into the backline, trying to make sure that Light doesn't have any room to work. And already the Elder is taken down, and instantly, in the blink of an eye, 44 minutes in, it's an ace for GEN G. A reminder that Rumble Q damage down about 20 at level 1. The passive overheat damage on his auto attacks also down. There are some top laners that say he's still playable, obviously not as oppressive as he once was.
1 versus 1, but nothing so significant that Chovy's really in a position to be worried about. Grub's now spawning, and GEN G in a position to secure that first objective of the game.
Excellent position to be in. Wave in a neutral state, forcing Light and Chris to push out if they want to come down. But GEN G so quick to take these early objectives, and I think the introduction of Grub's just a big buff to Kalista because she's so good at securing and taking those neutral objectives. Now Paze, though, really wants that farm, is not certain if this fight is going to take off or not. Canyon smiting the last one away, trying to get the hell out. Get away from Xiao, who is the culling is there, shields are there. Chovy ready to body block, but they force Canyon's flash at the very least. They get the Super Mega Death Rocket out from Light as well. Reset their bottom lane, all ready to fight back at least a little bit. Nice engage now coming in. Crisp in trouble. Aftershock fading away. That Poppy is dead. Well played by GEN G. Whips his ult. See? Blitz ult. More reliable. Daisy called out. 4 Grubs already picked up. Lahen's ulting over the wall. That's going to be big. Paired beautifully with the Rumble, but 2 quick flashes out from Weibo means they're going to still be standing. Crisp isolated, but now the TP coming in from behind with Breathe. The Jax could be big here. Canyon caught out for a brief moment, but they're instantly turning back into Breathe. Breathe ulting to get a little bit of extra tankiness, but Light still untouched for now. Chovy coming in. Mom called. First kill picked up. Rocket going a little bit wide as Chovy tries to flap out to safety. How much left on the Counter-Strike? Breathe. Can he continue to chase? The answer is no, but Chovy is here. But in the meantime, Breathe is going to start pushing. Does have a TP of his own. Will show up on the bottom side of the map, waiting in the brush. GEN G do spot him. Are they going to collapse? Or are they going to go for the 50-50? Knockback coming in. Chris channeling that ultimate. Will get the jungler out of the pit. Now they can just burst it and go for it. It's not even going to be a 50-50. Rumble ult is solid. Mom called in, but it might not matter. Dragon taken. Weibo need to get out, though. Xiaohu low. Healing coming in for the redemption. GEN G, do they still want this fight? Breathe into the back line. Paze now going to be in trouble. Knockback coming in. Lahen's now trying to send out the hostile takeover, but it's only going to connect onto the Jax. Breathe likely to fall here, but the rest of Weibo now ready to follow up. Paze getting 1. No kill going over means no reset for the Jinx quite yet. They're desperate to get something else for Light. Crisp knocked down into the wall. Canyon going back through, healing up off the passive is clutch as Light, no mana, but still wants to keep hitting. Handshake not going to connect. Xiao finishing the first kill. Reset coming in. GEN G backing away, but the Drake going to Weibo. Lord Dominic's finished by Light. See what he finishes for the Zeal item here as well.
What they could do is they could have Jax just solo, the Dragon by the way, while keeping pressure in mid, because GEN G are trying to contest this mid wave as the culling comes out from Xiaohu. Good damage.
Still have some tools as Chovy forced to ult. Canyon, do they want to start the fight here? Breathe still waiting.
Looks like Breathe deciding not to. He's hesitant about the potential engage, but
it's such a good game, but it's such a goofy game, Betty. Because they just, you're right, they cannot engage on each other. The culling looks great, but it's just both sides trying to see fish for an angle.
You're literally waiting for an overstep, for a flash W from Canyon, for a root to land from Tarzan, for someone to overstep where they shouldn't be. Chris maybe finds a flash E into a wall, or someone starts an engage.
I mean, GEN G just getting pushed out. They don't really have control of their mid lane.
Yep,
the mid wave is respawning. They'll get pushed first. Weibo in a very commanding position. Recalls are now being forced out. Luckily, GEN G have decent vision around the objective, but Crisp kind of shepherding them like a border collie up towards the top side of the map. As Lahen's getting lower and lower. Rocket hit stops the recall. Weibo in such a good position. Redemption forcing a flash. They're being herded. Weibo.
The TP's going to come out from the smolder as well.
And now they can just walk away.
I do wonder if Weibo are overstepping here. Looks like they will be fine, yeah, okay. I was worried because with Breathe going to the top lane and GEN G actually having an opportunity to reset after all that pressure, there was a world where GEN G could then look for an engage. But I say that this is their window, so now they're setting up for the Baron.
And they're going for this now, knowing that someone really should probably try to pick up that farm on the bottom wave. It will cost Weibo to be here, to be present in this play. Poppy all going to be big. Canyon, nice W. Twisted advance, keeping him in the play. They just need to finish the objective. They just need to get the Baron down, and they will do so. Breathe now in no man's land. Ulti now used by the Kalista. Breathe locked up for a brief moment, trying to find the sun, trying to find the angle, flashing out to safety. Culling from Xiaohu, doing a whole hell of a lot of damage as Tarzan tries to chase. But Chovy, crucially untouched. Flash it from Chris, trying to finish the job. The bailout there, but the bailout is not enough. Breathe still going. Xiaohu flashing in with full confidence, but but chovy is alive, looking for the resets. Tarzan now trying to get the hell out. Chovy looking to finish one more kill. Canyon gonna get the job done. Weibo with the man advantage, 4-3 overall.
We find ourselves once again in a tense affair. Weibo and Gen G going toe-to-toe. Reminder, this is a best of one. Round one of the Swiss stage. A lot on the line here.
You want to beat 1-0. You want to find that advantage, get out as quick as you can. Remember, 3 and you're in, lose 3 and you're out. Is a great ulti kicking things off. Tarzan caught, beautiful layering of the CC. And now Gen G set up on this next tower. Knockback from Chris, not really going to connect. Does force the ult out from Pays at the very least, but this Red Bull Baron power play only growing more and more in the favor of Gen G.
I mean, Gen G figured out the formula. Just stack enough ults and you'll force an engage eventually. Really nice use of the Rumble ultimate with the Maokai ult.
Breathe on the sideline, going to knock down this tier 2, but TP now coming in from Xiaohu as well. Wants to TP
is this
behind them.
Flanking Lucian?
Yes, sir, it is.
He's spotted out on a ward. They know he is there.
This is incredibly awkward.
Here comes Breathe as well.
Breathe here too. Gen G actually have to be careful though. Their TP's coming in, but it's going to be a little bit late. If Weibo could first draw on the fight, they might be able to get something done, but now it's Keen standing behind them. Light going to be the one in trouble. Hostile takeover coming in. Just barely going to clip them. Shutdown is big. Keep in mind that Smolder's been stacking this entire time. 400 for Chovy. Breathe trying to get in the mix. Wants to finish off that dragon, but he doesn't have the damage. Double kill from Chovy. Weibo sent packing.
And now the momentum has completely shifted. Gen G punished the re-engage from Weibo. Disconnected in their approach with a TP flanking Lucian. Things begin to fall apart. As Gen G, Chovy.
Xiaohu, nice backstep. Chovy trying to finish, can't get too low. One dash, one auto, but there's Pays!
He gets the shutdown on. This Baron becomes the big point of contention. Breathe doing what he can to push in the side lane. Void Staff now secured for Keen, but the little magic resist that does sit on the side of Weibo, looking to get shredded. Pays, though, struggling to contest that mid wave. The culling once again.
Decent chunk. Mid pry on the favor of Weibo for a brief moment. They're now trying to use it to collapse onto Lehens. Lehens flashing out. Tarzan flashing in. Hostile takeover is there, but Breeze still onto the back line. Going to be forced to use the ulti out from Pays. Buys a bit more time. Reset is there. Hostile takeover didn't do much, but now Breathe in the midst of the entire team is still about to get shredded. But finally, Lehens will drop. Light on the backside. The resets are starting to come in. Chris still standing for an extra moment here. The knockback is there, but down goes the tank. Xiaohu finding the kill. Pays, Chovy, Keen still standing. Looking to push Weibo back. A 2 for 2 thus far. The slow on to Xiaohu from the Maokai is crucial. Even from the grave, Canyon having that impact, and the fight just stops there. Nobody really has the tools to follow up. Coming in for a brief moment here, they have a man advantage while Keen is forced to catch that wave. Crisp trying to capitalize on it. Extra movement speed coming in. Chovy standing behind Lehens as he's once again vulnerable, but Pays is there to try to save him. Angle coming in for the knockback. Poppy gonna find one. Chovy out of the fight immediately. Weibo turned back to the objective. They want to try and force down this Baron.
A bold move, but it's melting with double 80 carries.
Canyon, can he get into the pit? Ulti coming in. 5K getting lower and lower. This Maokai wants to try and steal it away, but no. Tarzan finds the angle. However, Crisp already going down. Breathe off on the flank, hoping to find an angle into this fight. All of Weibo retreating. Gen G might not have gotten the objective, but it looks like they're taking control thus far. Breathe instantly into the back line. Jax finding the knockup on a 2. The stun, excuse me, as we continue the fight, but off the side, it's Chovy finally getting involved again. The execute's coming in. He's just sneezing on him, but it's not enough to get the job done. Light still standing. Pays still standing. It's a hot mess. Weibo down a man, but up a Baron.
He's trying to get an execute onto someone recalling, but he's not going to be able to find anything.
Gen G top of the table, I believe, in terms of the overall power rankings. Weibo around 11th. It's a team that rated not nearly as highly across the board. A lot of people skeptical as to how good they would be on the international stage. And while this game has been very back and forth, all that matters is the win.
Wait, that's huge, actually. 10 seconds until Elder, and Breathe is going to be forced to go back to base. A single trade could be massive in the context of what's about to happen.
Can he cancel the recall one more time?
Xiaohu in a similar position where...
Keen now coming in, forcing the flash out from Crisp.
Now it's Gen G who have main control over this river.
They have no way to get in here. Weibo have to force, and again, whoever has to force, very likely to lose the fight. TP flank, they know that it's coming. Breathe on the way in. Rumble equalizer not doing much, gets a bit of space for Chris. Pays starting to step up. Ulti coming in from Chovy. Hostile takeover big. Light immediately gonna cleanse, though doesn't want to give too much. Pays trying to get into the back line, trying to make sure that Light doesn't have any room to work. And already the Elder is taken down, and instantly, in the blink of an eye, 44 minutes in, it's an ace for Gen G as they look to close it out here.
Mom and Dad just melt away Weibo as the Elder was enough to secure the fight. Once again, 5-0, and Gen G will assert themselves as the dominant force.
Incredible stuff. The confidence from Gen G, finding that window of opportunity. Keen, a quiet hero across the game, forcing Breathe back, giving them the ability to start that major objective. The first LPL-LCK matchup might have favored the LPL, but this one going in the favor of Gen G as they take down Weibo.
A close back and forth between Gen G and Weibo. But you know what? You've heard from us for 45 minutes. Let's quickly toss it over to the analyst desk.